So, I was asked to make this video tutorial by two students of art and technology. I'm just gonna see how this turns out. I just moved my camera a bit with the phone so you can hear me better. So, again, hi, my name is Johannes van Staveren and I'm going to show you how to make the best out of using Flash. So this is a nice picture which I drew here. I think it even has a running windmill. Yeah, it does, it does. Over here. Whee! So I'm just going to show you what can go wrong in this interface. I have some empty layers here which I'm going to draw in, and what you're going to see is that some stuff goes really easily wrong. Namely, I'm just going to grab a color and top 7 things which won't work if you're drawing. So, oh my god, I didn't draw anything. No, stupid, you did draw something, but it's like white on a white background, so you won't be able to see it. So, you're a bit of a dum-dum. See, it was there. Another way to mess this up is you can also draw a bit of ink here, and then go over it with a bit of green. But then Flash says, well, I only remember everything on one layer, so you've just deleted your previous stuff. And you can't really fix this. So you have to go back again. But say you want to draw behind this, you can go in a different layer. What also can go wrong, say we have this square, and we want to draw with, I don't know, another obnoxious color. And we're going to draw over it. But we're gonna draw. Accidentally, it said on draw behind. So now, oh my god, I'm not seeing what I'm drawing. Why is that? There's also one like paint selection. Nothing is getting painted because only things selected can be painted. Look, it's McDonald's. And then you can only see this menu when the brush tool is selected. If you have another tool selected, you won't be able to see any of these things, only when the brush tool is selected. Then paint inside is evidently the same. And you can also paint only fills. And then if you look closely, it doesn't paint into the lines. Flash uses lines and fills. Lines you should see as massive dams, and this is just water. You just fill the water up, but everywhere there's a dam, blocks it. Also, different types of water don't follow into each other. But they're two very distinct things you can draw with. You can also use them to cut stuff off. Like, hey, I want to cut off this bit. Just cut off. It's really nice. I like it better than Illustrator, but to each his own. Other stuff which can go wrong. There's this eye thing. If you press it, everything gets hidden, but you can also hide individual layers. And now I don't see anything I'm drawing into it. Actually says here that you hid your layer. But yeah, maybe it's hidden. You can also lock it to make sure you can't do anything with it anymore. I guess nowadays in Flash it asks you if you want to fix this, so that's a nice thing already. Another thing which can go wrong, the button next to it, it only shows outlines. Hey, this is kind of not what I intended it to look like. Then next up is, as you can see, I can draw. Green is green, and they're both different fills. I'll just start painting normally again. But say I want to have one piece of glass and I want to connect it to another piece of glass. So I have glasses, and now these are totally connected. It's also a nice thing which goes wrong. You just hold the under bit. What you're actually doing here is you're moving out these points, and that's not really what I wanted. So, say you want to have something which is still separate from the rest, but not quite. You can just toggle value here, like it's 204, we change it to 203, which is not very noticeable difference. But then if we paint in here, I'm not seeing it on this screen, but if you select stuff, you can most definitely see that it's different. Can come in handy. What doesn't come in handy often is this tool. It's the object drawing, and now it's always an object, which is kind of silly. Like, I see people all the time, they're like, oh, I want to kind of fill up this gap. This too, and oh, now it's done, right? It's like filled up. I don't know what this is. Like this shape is filled up. And try to move it. And select it and then move it. Oh my God! Why is it not homogeneous? Like this thing is now one object, but this is all these loose objects. Not really what I wanted. You can select all of it, but it's a bit of a hassle, and you can group it with Ctrl G and Ctrl B. It breaks it again, and you can group it, but that's not really what you want. So that's object drawing for you. Often don't fiddle with it. Then you can also accidentally turn on off the transparency, the alpha value, and now I'm painting nothing again. Well, hey, it is there, but transparency is at 0. Put up to 61%, and now you can actually see it a bit. You can also move over things. You kind of look through it. If you look here, it's transparent. So yeah, that's it for drawing. All the things which can go wrong very easily. Oh, another thing, you can also make layers into guide layers. Then things will follow things on that guide layer if you move them in there. For example, I move something here, and we move it into the guide layer, and apparently we still get to see everything. But we can make an animation out of this. Now it can follow this line to, I don't know, here or something, and then you can see it moves there. Why does this suck so much? Pretty basic. You should only do this with lines and not with fills. And now I can show you that it really nicely wants to follow the line. It even clicks to it. And it follows that. And it also works when I use the pencil tool, put a bit smooth, and I make it go into a looping. And I delete this one, and I move this one here. Loop. Oh, I guess I drew the whole looping thing in there. Might not go that well because it interconnects with itself, but at the end it can be here, and this just goes, woo, it actually follows the whole thing. Isn't that amazing? It takes lots of animation to do that. Anyway, so that's finished. I'll just unguide this. But that's also a way that it might not work as you want, or you accidentally turn it into a mask and you don't see anything anymore because they're in the mask layers. What a mask does is you have a square, and then I'm just gonna clean up this, clear keyframes. So this is my mask layer. It's basically like a hole where you can watch stuff through. We put one. We have 1 and 2, and move them over here into the layer directly above. And I don't know, we put it here, and then we can only see what comes through there if we turn it into a mask. Ta-da! As you see, it's locked, and then if you hide one or unlock stuff, so it can only work if they're both locked. Yep. So that's my basic tutorial. Don't get stuck in Flash. Also, save often. You can use codes. It's not often needed in my experience. what am I saying? Coding in Flash is awesome. Go learn it. Make lots of variables like poop and pee and whatnot. I think this is like a super long explanation video, like 10 minutes already. It should be 1, so I'm logging off. Thanks for listening. This was Johannes van Staveren showing how to do Flash in 10 minutes and 30 seconds. Bye bye.